Hey man, so I've been watching some cartoons. More cartoon movies than cartoons, but it's still cartoons, whatever. Like, have you seen America the Motion Picture? That shit rocks. That shit is super epic, man, I swear. Anyways, Cartoons 2021. If you're new here to the channel, this is my yearly recap of all the animation that I've seen throughout the year. No, this isn't all the animation that is released within this year. This is all the animation that I saw. Y'all can't force me to watch everything that comes out in 2021, man. I got too many hoes for that. Get your no bitches ass on somewhere. Man, I'm a sucker for teenager gets power stories. I didn't even know that Invincible existed before this. That's how you know the promotion for this show is really good. The promotion was so good when the violence and cussing started happening, it was blowing my mind. I was like, wow! Wow! The only thing I don't like about this show is the all-star casting. Why would you book Sandra Oh and J.K. Simmons to be in this? J.K. Simmons might die tomorrow, man. What the fuck y'all? I have nothing against those actors, but more than likely their schedules are gonna be pretty big, or their availability won't be enough for this show. And this show has a bunch of lore to go through, so if I'm only gonna get like 3 seasons of this, I'm gonna be really angry. I'm gonna feel cheated. Oh, Cartoonito. Yeah, get used to that, man. We're in a new age. Well, an old age that they're trying again, but you know, nonetheless. This could be easily viewed as like a toddler cartoon, but it doesn't have like the fucking after school morals that most of them do. So I'm not quite sure who the demographic is for this. I mean, I know it ain't me. I just accidentally caught this one day and it was on. And I know Clarence writing when I see it. And I tell you what, this show gets a thumbs up for me because it's representing that Clarence, baby. Y'all remember, I was it. This is another show that I accidentally caught. Like, I legit had no intentions watching this show like full on the entire series, but the episode that I caught made me feel like, you know what, this show ain't so bad. Now, for it to last 2 seasons, I expected as much, so I'm not really surprised by that, but it basically felt like King of the Hill with more dumb shit and cutaways. And I'm assuming people just wasn't feeling that. But this show could have possibly survived with like a couple of more seasons, probably 3, if they just had one of the main characters have a fat ass. I'm telling you, that is the recipe, that is the formula. Just give the mom a fat ass. It worked for Duncanville, man. What are y'all doing over here? Now, this is a show I caught pretty late, but apparently there was no rush because there ain't gonna be no more of it. So I guess right now is a better time than any to air out my opinions. So, why was this show on Netflix? This could have easily been part of the weekly lineup of Cartoon Network shows. It doesn't do anything extravagant to make you think, oh wow, man, I can't believe they put that in there. Yeah, it's talking about a girl growing up, but they don't mention like tampons and shit like that. It's like, what am I getting more here that I couldn't have gotten on Cartoon Network? What am I missing? I found the main character, Reggie, to be extremely unlikable. She's supposed to be one of those hyperactive fun characters, but unfortunately, she's also one of those characters who thinks it's my world and you're all living in it, which equals bad character. I do not like that. The other characters, however, is the reason that I stayed for the show, because everybody on Endless has a very funny voice, and I feel like the voice actors were going crazy in the booth recording for this shit.
I want to sniff your blood. I don't have any blood. I think I'm made of yarn.
Do I have blood? How do we find out?
By the way, everybody keeps talking about Butt Witch, but hey Reggie, where your mom at, nigga? Hey nigga, where your mom at, nigga? So apparently this was supposed to be Justin Roiland's attempt at putting Rick and Morty on Fox, and it's something. It's not something I will watch. You see, Rick and Morty is cool because there's build up to the violence. This show just has like haha wacky violence, and I don't think I like that. I do respect that it's just a cartoon with no further narrative for like more episodes to come, but it's kind of unneeded within the category of adult animation. Like Simpsons and Family Guy do it up pretty well, and I don't think this show would be shoved into the middle of those 2 juggernauts. Hell, I don't even think this show passes Squidbillies, so I'm at a loss for words. I'm actually very glad that this is on streaming services only. It kind of has no room to fit anywhere else. Fox was actually thinking straight declining this, not because it was a bad show, but more so a show that was unneeded. Speaking of shows that are unneeded, Adult Swim. I don't know how I can clearly look at you when you're the same guys who made a Harvey Birdman special in 2018, and 3 years later you think, you know what, let's take everything great about that special, take it out, and let's go ahead and release a full series, man. This shit gonna be awesome. Who's the executive that said that? Who was the one that said no more Hanna-Barberas in this cartoon? It's gonna be super good, I swear. Because they were wrong. They were dead wrong. Again, there's nothing wrong with this cartoon. Actually, I find it really enjoyable only because of this character right here. And you know why. But I really hope that they halt production and save all of those producers time and realize that nobody's watching it, nobody's tweeting about it, no one has even put out any Rule 34 about it. Therefore, I would like to assume that this show is a big flop. I'm sorry, showrunners, get a new job. This show's not gonna run long enough for you to pay off your college tuition. Try working on shows like this instead. I'm gonna try my best and not say the typical line that every reviewer has said about this show at this point, which is, oh, it's just regular show for adults. Which is true. Like, I thought J.G. Quintel was going with a different format after watching the first episode. And then the second episode came on and it crushed all my expectations. But who cares? J.G. Quintel can make sex jokes now. And I was waiting for that. Yeah, I knew he was able to do it. I just needed to see it. And boy, do I like what I see. The only thing that bugs me about the show is the character design for their kid. Like, she looks like a toddler, but she speaks full-on English. I originally thought the kid wasn't gonna talk at all due to all the promotion art and have her be just like some wacky baby that they just have. But nah, she has dialogue too. And actually some very funny dialogue at that.
Make those other kids' patches look like S-H-I-T.
Total S-H-I-T.
Are you guys spelling shit?
Bruh, I'm telling you, Craig McCracken can do no wrong. Why have you people not figured this out yet? Kid Cosmic is super fun to watch. It has all the Craig McCracken mannerisms that you'll come to love throughout all of his career. He uses the same sound effects, he uses the same draw style, he uses the same way he writes teenage characters. It's just a show that you will watch and you'll be like, you know what? I feel like I've watched this already. Now that being said, he still has this expert way of writing unlikable main characters. Oh my god. Like, Blue is bad. Blue is bad. He's probably like definitively the worst person. But Kid Cosmic over here, he's over, I just want to punch him. Oh yeah, but he's just a kid. This is what kids do. I still want to punch him. I cringe like super hard getting through episodes because of the mistakes that he makes at being a good person. And that makes it hard to watch if you're a first-time viewer, but if you get through that and see the morals that they have at the end of the episode, and then the next episode he's still a piece of shit, I can't tell if that's good writing or not. And I refuse to call Craig McCracken a bad writer, therefore I'm assuming that I'm just a dickhead. You know, if this was a different timeline and everyone's favorite YouTube animators of yesteryear was able to get shows, I felt like everything would have turned out great. Like, there wouldn't have been no coronavirus, there wouldn't have been so many gaming channels. Like we would be in the perfect timeline, and that's what I dream of whenever I see stuff like this. I just genuinely love people that I've watched growing up get big. It's like, it's such a great feeling. Like Man of 1,000 Thoughts getting more subscribers than me. I never thought that shit was gonna happen. Why did that shit happen to me? But yeah, no, this show is great. Well, that goes without saying because it's going through internet comedy that people genuinely love. So these guys understand what humor is. I ain't saying that all the people who didn't start off on the internet don't know what humor is. But I know for a fact I'm going to laugh 10 times harder at dumbass rotoscope jokes like this more than written dialogue. You see, I'm easy to please. And don't you worry, this show ain't just LOL random funny jokes all the time. It has subtext as well. Well, the subtext is surrounded by jokes too, but it fits quite nicely. And then we got our boy Zach of Psychic Pebbles making a show called Smiling Friends. And if you haven't seen the pilot of Smiling Friends, if you haven't seen Zach's stuff at all, you get off the internet. What? Don't watch this video. Don't watch this video. Go watch Hellbenders. I assure you. God, I just love that they're giving YouTubers a chance. The last one on the list. And I bet you guys least expected this because I don't talk about anime all that often. But this show is the show that I was watching during the pandemic. And let me tell you that this show is very funny. And not in the jokes that they have in the show type of way. Nothing comedic like that. I'm talking about the hilarity that the entire series is based around a superhero being so overpowered that it made everybody sick. It's super funny. It's super hilarious. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think the series is a joke. I just laugh at stuff that I'm not supposed to. But this anime is legit good. And I kind of don't have a sense on rating anime considering that I haven't seen any in a while. But I would like to say that this is kind of up there. It ain't no DBZ level, but I would say that it's mid-tier. It's kind of no Naruto level for me. Don't judge me on my anime. Doing my best not to spoil here. There's some super hype moments in the show, like this character Mirio destroying a villain despite his disadvantage. I legit got out of my seat during that fight scene because it was so well crafted, so well written. I was baffled. And my favorite character of the series just so happens to be a villain. His name is Shigaraki. He's super epic, he's super cool, and he says gamer speak. I am not joking, this is legit my favorite character. Well, next to Snipe, the second most overpowered character in the show. Like, he has guns, that's it. People forget that they're vulnerable to guns. So yeah, if you guys are gonna take any advice from me on watching this anime, I would say skip season 4. Season 4 is legit the worst season of all time. They're literally dancing and singing, man. I want to watch somebody get punched. I want to watch somebody get died. And there you have it, folks. Cartoons 2021. Not a lot was watched, but enough to keep you guys satisfied with a full-length video.
How come you're not watching these super epic story-based shows like The Owl House and Amphibia?
Well, that's because the last story-based show that I watched all the way through episodically was Steven Universe, and there was constant hiatuses in between. Therefore, I kind of got burnt out on the aspect that I have to wait for a story to progress. I would rather the show finish, and then I watch it all the way through. I'm a grown man, I gotta do grown man stuff.
Hey, Review Your Life, can you review this show that I want you to review?
Yeah, man, for sure, come through. Give me some money. I got a Patreon.
Your taste in anime is so whack, bro. I mean, My Hero Academia? Why aren't you watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventures?
Damn, bro, who you talking to like that? I'm gonna need you to take you and your no-host quirk ass on somewhere. I can't believe you're talking to me like that. Who you think you are? Amen. Sky, skunk, a little bit of cinema. Hey, Rihanna Hook, Mason Dardun, Wacky Deli Reek, the boost with the geek. Hey, don't forget about Rusty and Nookie.
Thank you so much for all the fucking money. Now I'm gonna come on my homies. No, it's not gay. Do you believe that I'm straight? Because I fucking am. I like titties and ass, man.